Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for March 28th, 2013. It's currently 7:45 a.m. and we are dealing with some slightly warmer temperatures than what we've been dealing with as we see a slow moderation in our temperatures towards more spring-like weather. Of course, this morning over the northern interior, we still have lower to mid 30s in place. Mid 30s along the coast, even a few upper 30s over southeastern Pennsylvania. As we slowly but surely moderate this air mass, we start to move more towards spring-like conditions and warmer temperatures, and a rather pleasant weekend setting up for the end of Passover and, of course, the Easter holiday. And, oh, by the way, the start of baseball Sunday night and also on Monday. So let's take a look at the latest forecast. And you can see on the radar we do have a disturbance dropping south. Now, once again, we're going to be dealing with the threat for a few isolated to scattered showers. These showers will be light in nature. Most of them won't reach the ground because of the dry air at the surface, but the ones that do will produce the potential for a brief heavy downpour and a reduction in visibility to around 2 to 4 miles in a brief heavy downpour. Other than that, we're dealing with scattered to variable cloud cover and basically dry conditions with temperatures rebounding nicely into the mid to upper 40s over portions of northeastern Pennsylvania, upper 40s to lower 50s to the north in the New York City metropolitan area, and lower to mid 50s everywhere else. The infrared satellite picture clearly shows this disturbance diving south. Now, this disturbance is associated with the upper level low sitting up around the Canadian Maritimes, so we have yet another disturbance diving south. This disturbance will become more enhanced because the atmosphere will become more unstable by this afternoon. Thus, these showers will be more of the popcorn variety once again that we've been seeing over the past 2 days because the atmosphere is so unstable, so you get these little showers popping up here and there. And we'll see that right around these little troughs here that are kind of rotating around this upper level low like spokes on a bike wheel. Meanwhile, high pressure is starting to take hold and will gradually become completely dominant over the region by tomorrow afternoon and continuing on through much of Sunday with variable to scattered cloud cover, temperatures moderating into the lower to mid 50s for highs for the most part, mid 30s for lows. And then the next threat for rain will be on Sunday night with a warm front that's starting to take shape here. And this warm front is actually going to produce rather nice weather conditions on Sunday. We're looking at the mid to upper 50s for highs on Sunday afternoon ahead of the warm front. Behind the warm front by Sunday afternoon, we're looking at temperatures for the most part in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Parts of southern New Jersey could actually push into the mid 60s. So let's take a look at this forecast from the European model guidance via the Penn State EWOL website. Kind of break this down a little bit. Here we are for this evening again. Here's our upper level low sitting up around the Canadian Maritimes. Here's our high pressure trying to take control, and we have these little disturbances moving through. We're going to deal with the same nonsense tomorrow once again. Although shifted a little bit further east and weaker in nature, there's still going to be a threat for an isolated shower in the afternoon. Otherwise, temperatures warming up nicely in the lower to mid 50s for the most part. By the time we get to Saturday, we have high pressure pretty much in control. Notice this ridge in place right here, with temperatures rebounding into the lower to mid 50s for highs in the afternoon throughout much of the region. Now, by the time we get to Sunday, I think much of Sunday during the day is going to be dry. Then Sunday evening, we'll see this warm front move through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with scattered showers. I think most of this is going to be after about 5 p.m., let's say. So 5 p.m. on through, let's say, 9 p.m., it will be a threat for showers with this warm front. Warm front lifts north. And then on Monday during the day, and by the way, on Sunday, look again for temperatures ranging anywhere from mostly the mid to upper 50s, a few lower 60s here and there. Now on Monday, the cold front will be approaching most likely in the late afternoon and early evening hours. So if you're going to the Mets or Yankees game, look for basically dry conditions with temperatures rebounding really nicely into the upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, central New Jersey's around 63 to 65, but right around the Bronx, around Citi Field for the Mets and Yankees game, look for temperatures basically around the upper 50s to lower 60s with some influence from the Atlantic Ocean, but still not bad at all considering what we've been dealing with over the past couple of weeks. The cold front moves through on Monday with a few scattered showers, and then here we are for Wednesday and Thursday, or should I say Tuesday and Wednesday, with high pressure in complete control, dry conditions, temperatures still a little bit cool for this time of year in the lower to mid 50s, but overall not bad. And notice as we're moving further and further into the spring season, the nature of the surface temperatures with these 850 millibar temperatures are moderating. And if you want some really good news, as we go further out into the forecast period towards next weekend, we start setting up this zonal pattern, more of a trough in the west. We're still dealing with the upper level low around the Canadian Maritimes, but that's shifted a little bit further north and east. So we still have this cold air kind of lingering, just waiting to drop in. But that cold air, for now, it looks like it's going to be locked up. And that means we could actually be warming up into the 60s. And dare I say, maybe even the lower 70s by next weekend with a nice strong southwesterly flow because of a high pressure system right here, bringing that warm air from the Gulf of Mexico right up the East Coast. So we're going to see exactly what's going to happen with this cold front here. We have a really nice dynamic here with an Arctic front basically right around the St. Lawrence River Valley, but the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area well under the control of this nice southwesterly flow with very warm temperatures. So basically next weekend looks absolutely amazing for outdoor activities. But the start of next week, right around April 8th, should we say, and April 9th, looks to be potentially stormy depending on how this cold front sets up for that time period. Well, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Thank you for following NYNJPA Weather. Of course, you can follow the latest weather information at nyNJPAweather.com and NYNJPA Weather on Twitter and Facebook. Just want to also just drop a quick note that on Sunday there will be no updates as I will be celebrating Easter along with my intern. So no updates on Sunday unless it's a major storm, which I don't expect there to be one. And that's pretty much it. Hope you have a wonderful day out there and stay safe.